So, hello and welcome to the rematch, Komodo 11 versus Quazer 0.4. This time Komodo is white and Quazer is black. So let's see what we get here. Do we get e5, e4 again, or some d4 action? Last game was really very interesting. It was a delayed Alapin, where Quazer really pushed for the win, but Komodo in the end held a draw. And let's see how Komodo starts off the game here. It's calculating the 4 knights scotch at the moment. Let's see, let them play without book, like in the last game. Let's see what we get there. Yeah, we get the move e4 by Komodo. And now Quazer is calculating e5 or e6. I hope we don't get a Sicilian again. But let's see what Quazer comes up with. Also, Quazer is playing without book, so let's see. There are a lot of moves possible here in this position, of course. Let's see what Quazer prefers. Quazer is calculating the move e5, which would be nice to see how Komodo would respond to this, probably with knight f3. We have the move e6, so some French action, French defense, so probably something like d4 from Komodo and then d5. And then maybe some Winnova, or I don't know what we get. Maybe even some exchange French, which would be bad. But d4 also, e5. Let's see what Komodo is going for. He's calculating d4, d5, knight c3, bishop b4, e5, c5. So Komodo's line goes like this: knight c3, bishop b4, c5, bishop d2, and knight g e7. Something like this is Komodo's line. Let's see what Quazer is coming up with after d4. Right now it's quite boring, because, yeah, the ancients don't know the theory, because I let them play without book. But let's see how you play against the French Vinava, or the French classical variation, or any French. Yeah, we have to move d4. d5, c5 is also possible here. Could transpose to some Sicilian Taimanov variation. Something like this, maybe. So c5 or d5 are the possible moves in that position. So let's go with d5. The main French move. We have to move d5. Now maybe knight c3. Knight f6. Bishop here, and maybe we get the McCutcheon with e5, h6. Bishop there. b5, bishop there. Knight here. Maybe something like this. Or h6. Bishop goes all the way back. Knight goes here, and f4. Maybe something like this. Also possible. Please, Komodo, don't take on d5. It's such a dull game. They exchange French. It's such a dull game. The McCutcheon would be much more interesting. But I'm really... Yeah, Komodo took it. Oh my god, Komodo took it. E takes d5, and now what? We have the exchange French. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. The exchange French. Okay, let's see how to make progress in the exchange French. E takes d5 probably, followed by knight f3. Knight f6 and something. Let's see what we get there. E takes d5, knight f3, knight f6 probably. And then maybe something like this. Bishop there, castling, c3, h6. This would be interesting if Komodo at least goes for this kind of stuff. Takes. Knight here. f6 takes. I don't even know if this works. Probably not. But at least you can go for this kind of stuff and put the bishop back maybe. Now bishop e6, knight here, c5, rook here, c4 maybe, bishop there, knight c6, queen here, threatening some g4, g5 action maybe. Maybe b4 now, castling, a5, but black's position looks pretty fine here, so probably white did something wrong here in the opening. Yeah, we have to move knight f3, this can't be wrong. Bishop d6, bishop d3, or knight f6 probably, then knight f6, castles, bishop here, there, Bishop here. Okay, we have to move bishop e7. Meek play by both engines, I have to say. Very meek play. Knight c3 now from Komodo. Top move. Knight c3 is gonna be calculated. Knight f6. Bishop d3. Bishop here maybe. This at least would be kinda interesting. Although I don't even know if this is interesting. Castling, and I don't see a problem for both sides here. So maybe even this is possible in the exchange French. Bishop e7 we have. Knight c3 now. Probably knight f6. Then bishop d3. Probably castling, not even the pin. Castling, and maybe now the pin. I don't know. Something. Any move and it's equal. I have to move knight f6. Now bishop d3. Castles, castles. Let's see. Probably c5 to make it at least a little bit interesting. Or h5 here. c5. Bishop here. Pawn takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Bishop takes. Pawn takes, but even this doesn't work because of bishop f5. So there is absolutely no fun in this position. No fun. I think this will end up in a draw as well, and this is a very, very, very bad thing for Komodo. Komodo really should win against Quazer somehow. So probably castling now by both sides. And then c5. Pawn takes c5. Bishop takes c5. And we kind of have some fun here, but not a lot. Maybe bishop here. And followed by knight c3. Queen here, also not greatest of all moves. Wait a bit. This doesn't work. So you have to go back with the bishop. But then again this pawn is hanging because of this discovery. Check and attacking the queen, so maybe c5 takes is not possible, so you kind of have to go knight to d7, but then you lose. No, you don't lose a pawn. Maybe bishop here anyway. Knight takes, bishop takes, bishop takes, Knight takes, queen takes, again bishop takes. So maybe after maybe c5 is not possible. Castles. So Quazer is thinking about c5 or knight c6. c5 would be interesting. c5 would be interesting, but I don't know if it works. Takes. Bishop takes. Bishop here. And bishop there defends the pawn. So this is kind of possible. Then maybe knight hops in here. Knight to b7. Knight takes. Queen takes. King h1 to go f4. No, queen takes. This is not that great. If you go c5 knight here, you kind of probably knight to c6. Knight takes, pawn takes, and yeah, we would have this position. Probably knight here to here. h6, bishop takes, queen takes. Or maybe c3. Rook b1, rook b8. d5 takes. Bishop takes, knight takes, queen takes is again not possible. So d5 is not on. Bishop takes c5, and then bishop g5 probably. Let's see what Komodo comes up with to get any advantage out of this. And let's see both evaluations right now. Zeros by Quazer and 0.24 by Komodo, so it's equal. But okay, we have the isolated queen's pawn, so it could be interesting. Bishop g5 now, so we are exactly in the line I analyzed right now. So let's see if you can do something else there. Bishop g5, bishop e6 to defend the pawn. Knight e5, maybe not that great. This doesn't lead to any advantage. So maybe not knight e5. Maybe something like knight here. Try and go to this square over there. Maybe now takes, b4, bishop takes b4, rook here, bishop somewhere, and rook takes there. Maybe this is something for white. But two isolated pawns for both sides, bishop pair for both sides. Wait, what? No, not bishop pair for both sides. Bishop pair for Quazer, so it might not be that great. Okay, we have this bishop e6. So now either knight to d2 I would play, or knight to e5. Komodo is calculating knight b5, but what happens if you just kick the knight? Maybe knight here is the idea. Bishop takes, knight takes, knight here, knight takes bishop, pawn takes bishop. Now f4. Maybe this is something to work with. But then queen b6. Queen takes here. I don't know if you can allow all that. Knight here. Rook there. Rook there. Bishop takes knight. Now you have to take with the pawn. Rook takes, queen here, check. I honestly don't know. Yeah, you can take here. No, you can take here now, yeah, because if takes, then this is with check, and then you take the rook. So maybe something like this is its idea. So what can black do better here? Queen check, queen takes there, rook here, rook there. Knight to a5 doesn't look that appealing. Maybe knight here. But then queen there seems pretty lost for black. So this also doesn't work. What to do with black? Maybe rook here, rook here, rook there. Rook takes, bishop takes, pawn takes, queen here, check, king here to defend the pawn, but then this pawn is falling and you threaten this check. So I don't know if you can be that greedy and take this pawn, so maybe you have to do something else here. Okay, Quazer does something else entirely. Don't kick the knight. Knight here, prevent this one. Maybe c3 now to renew this. Knight to here. Let's go with a6. Knight takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. It's so dull. This position is so dull. Queen here maybe. But you cannot take there because of this check over there. So let's show this again. Queen takes here, bishop check, knight takes, and you don't even get two pieces. Yeah, you get two pieces, but this is not what black wants. Yeah, we have c3. h6 is what Quazer calculates. Bishop f4 to threaten to go there. Bishop just goes here to defend this. Now what? Knight here maybe. Knight takes, bishop takes. c5 is not possible because of this check, so maybe you go somewhere with the king, but now knight comes in here, so knight takes, pawn takes, and you have a very good bishop there. Both bishops are pointing at black's king, so maybe f4 is coming up. So let's say rook c1 is a normal move, rook c8 to go on the Open file, then c5, c4. Then c4. Knight maybe hops in here. But then this move attacks the bishop. Bishop has to move. And now maybe bishop takes, king takes, bishop takes, king takes. Pawn here, check. King has to go there. Doesn't look that great either, the sacrifice, so maybe taking there, taking there. And then here, threatening mate, f6. Bishop here. I don't know. Probably there is something, but we don't have this. We have h6, bishop f4, a6, a6 now. So what is if the knight jumps in here and rook here, and the knight can take the bishop? So this might be cool. Knight in here. I would go, yeah, d4 also works, but why be so dull? Yeah, okay, d4. a6, knight d4. Again, you take the bishop without the rook being on the c file. So, or you get the bishop pair. You get the bishop pair anyway. And now all of black's, the bishop is coming to e5. Maybe f5, f4, f5 will come. Bishop takes, pawn takes, rook. It's close. It's close to be an advantage for white. But let's see both evaluations. 0-0, 0-30. So yeah. Maybe bishop to d6 is now an option to exchange this bishop. Now knight takes here. Pawn takes. Rook here. It looks so dry. It looks so dry. If bishop d6, then it really looks dry. So don't take the bishop. Bishop takes d6. Queen takes d6. Then rook fe1. Let's see. If Komodo can get something out of this. But 2 draws against Quazer, this is really not what you want. This is really not what you want. As Komodo, one of the strongest engines of all time. Maybe only Stockfish is better than Komodo. Maybe Houdini is even also stronger than Komodo. But probably Komodo and Houdini are the 2 second best engines. And to draw against Quazer, this is not what you want. This is not what you want. And Komodo is calculating h3. This is such a meek move. h3 is such a meek move. I see the point, it stops bishop here, but this wasn't a threat at all. This wasn't a threat at all. This position is just a draw. I actually don't want to even analyze this, because there were lines which were interesting, but this position is not that interesting. This is so even. The exchange French, it's just a dull opening. But okay, let's see if Komodo can make something out of this. I will smoke a short cigarette and then I will be back. So what happened here? Knight jumped in here, queen went there, and the knight went here. So if anybody, then Quazer is better, I think. Let's see both evaluations. Both. Komodo thinks it's a slight edge for white. So maybe it is a slight edge for white. Rook fe1. Rook fe8. It's now Komodo's move. Bishop to c2. It's played probably with the idea g3. Knight takes g3, king here, and bishop, queen there. Take off the bishop maybe at some point. Bishop e6, d7 is calculated. What about this? Oh, it's now Quazer's move, so this doesn't work at all. So bishop d7. I don't see the point in all that. Takes. Threatening to capture here. But now d6 just pins the knight. And this should be better for Quazer. So this doesn't work. Sacrifice a pawn like that. So also knight takes d4 is a move just to exchange of pieces. Pawn takes d4. Maybe when bishop takes here, pawn takes, and no, queen here doesn't work because the bishop can just take the queen, so there is no sacrifice possible. At least not yet. But we don't have this. We have to move rook here. So rook e3 is calculated by Komodo. Now probably exchange everything. Of course, knight takes here. I don't see the point in playing on. It's just a draw in my eyes. Rook e3. But maybe the game will be interesting in a couple of moves. Let's see both evaluations again after rook e3. .79 by Komodo and 0.24 by Quazer. So maybe white is better here actually. So that's interesting. So let's see. Rook a e8, rook here, bishop there. Let's see. Let's see, maybe knight or maybe not knight takes. Maybe bishop here. Bishop takes. Not bishop takes, probably not. Because then it's coming with a fork. So probably rook takes. Rook takes, rook takes, pawn takes maybe. To attack the knight. or queen takes. And if bishop takes here, then queen here check, but then the queen can just, and this is again quite drawn, so okay, we have to move rook a to f8. Rook a to f8, okay. Rook a to f8, probably rook a to e1 now. With the point of if white takes, then pawn takes, opening up the a file. So for example, I'll just give a token move, takes, and now what? There is nothing threatened. Maybe this move, knight takes, king here attacking the knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, queen here threatening mate. And how to defend this actually? It is pretty hard to defend. Maybe king here, but then queen there, check, followed by there, and rook here, and now there is the threat. For example, another token move. Now there is the threat of rook e8, and queen here checkmate, and this is cannot be parried. So probably g3, king knight here. This looks pretty devastating actually. So no token move possible. Okay, the rook just moves back to the e file. And knight f3 e5 is calculated. Knight f3 e5. So knight takes e5, rook takes e5, bishop takes here, rook takes, queen takes, pawn takes, but now queen here check. And this is gonna be mate, so no, wherever the king goes, check and checkmate. So did Komodo miss a tactic here? Because of the rook takes, bishop takes here, knight takes g5 is calculated. If bishop here, oh, then queen takes knight. Okay, this might be the reason. No, queen takes knight also is not the reason. Probably queen takes knight, rook here. If you take, then you have this discovered check. Okay, let's see why bishop takes is not the best move. We have instead knight takes here, and now I will play pawn takes. But Komodo is calculating queen takes. But what about bishop takes h3? Oh, you can just take with the rook. After all. Oh, this doesn't work, sorry. This doesn't work. If you take here, takes there, takes here. Oh, well, this should probably work. Rook takes, queen takes, but then the knight is hanging. Okay, I see why it doesn't work. I see it now. So we have the move knight takes here instead. Queen takes, does the picture change? No, the knight still hangs after all of that, and now knight could be black can be in trouble here. Knight h5 is gonna be calculated. Black is in trouble here. Queen h4 maybe to attack the knight. Knight goes here. Rook goes there, threatening some nasty stuff. For example, this one, and now queen takes here. So probably the king has to go there. Yeah, but where is the attack? So probably something else here. c4 is also quite appealing because you cannot take. So the queen would be en prise, takes. Oh, here token move. Takes, queen takes. Knight takes here working. Probably not, because the king can just take it. Okay. On knight h4. Knight here. Rook there, king there. But now knight here, threatening to take off this pawn. So knight takes, queen takes, threatening mate. No. Knight cannot go there. Rook takes, bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes, threatening mate, and the bishop. So probably that's the point. So g6, and now you can take the bishop. So probably something like this, and white is up a bishop. What else can you do? There is no check, so you have to, yeah. This line looks pretty obvious, but here, knight here. What about queen there? Queen takes, pawn takes, knight takes, pawn takes, rook here. Now the bishop is pinned, and the pawn structure from black is also very bad. So maybe there is something to work with. Maybe g3 now, but a5 is, yeah, it's a token move. So what to play with black here? Probably knight f6 immediately. Takes, queen takes. Takes, probably c5 attacking the queen. Queen hasn't got much squares, so probably here, and then maybe c6 even. c6 even, if takes, and there is this fork. So probably queen there. But then maybe some rook move here. And if takes, rook takes, queen takes, queen here. No, this doesn't seem right. So, but c5, queen to c7. maybe knight here. If rook takes, king here. Knight takes isn't possible, and if queen takes, then queen takes here. And if this, then bishop takes, followed by rook takes. King cannot go nowhere. King could go there. Check. 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 Winning the bishop. Check. Maybe there are a lot of sacrifices possible after all that. Maybe you can sacrifice a rook and a knight there. c5, queen c7, a3. What about knight d7? Maybe when queen takes here immediately. If queen there. If king there, then rook there, check. Forcing a mate. And if king there, then check. Queen here, check. Again, only move, and this is mate. So, okay, we have to move a3. So, but why not knight to d7? Okay, knight takes. Okay, you cannot take the knight. Oh, takes. You cannot take the bishop, but you can also not move the king anywhere. Maybe here. Then bishop takes, queen takes, king here, king runs away. So probably it doesn't work, but it's close. It's very close, I have to say. It's really close. So knight d7 takes. Yeah, king f8. See the move. And then this check, because the queen is there. If you go here with the king, then this is checkmate. And you have no moves, you have to give up the queen. So in this line it works, but you cannot take the bishop. This is too much. This is too much. If you take the bishop, then it's lost. F takes, followed by queen takes g6, then it's lost. So, but you don't have to take the bishop. So, okay, we have a3, h5. No. We have here the move a3, h5. Now maybe f4 instead of all that. f4. Yeah, black has no moves actually. Maybe b6, but then b4 takes. And it's black again to move. So what to do? With f4, the queen here is calculated, queen c8. Let's see both evaluations again. Both engines think it's better for white. So Quazer made some mistakes there somewhere. Bishop a4 now, attacking the rook. Rook f8 probably. And now rook here. I will play. Now any move by black. a5, knight here. If you take this, then taking there. e3. Probably rook takes, pawn takes, rook takes check, king here, and rook takes there, and again there is a mate threat on the board. So I will go for rook to g3 now, but then maybe h5. h5, rook there. Bishop takes, knight here, bishop takes, or no, queen takes, knight not. Yeah, we have to move bishop, rook to g3, variation, and queen there. I think it's over. After rook g3, I don't see a defense here. King h8 is gonna be the move. Okay. King h8, f5. Bishop takes f5, knight g6 check, f takes g6, rook takes e7. Bishop f5 immediately. It seems as though that black loses the exchange. Probably. Let's see. Let's see. I'll smoke a cigarette. Very interesting move. This rook to g3 by Komodo. And I have to be honest with you, it was also my idea. So there are a lot of sacrifices possible. We have to move bishop f5. So I think Komodo is going to win this game, and this mini match against Quazer, very nice. Komodo had some troubles in the first game, but in this one he really played a good game, played a dull opening, but got some attack out of it, so very nice. Let's see what happens. Rook on the g file, rook e3. Black is trying to hold this, but let's see if it's gonna work. let's see what we got there. Okay, we got a couple of moves. Let's just put on the position. Rook e3. Queen there, rook there, and rook there. Why not take the rook with anything? Bishop takes, knight takes, and queen takes there, and it's lost. Oh, there is no knight anymore. Where is the knight gone? Let's just put this knight away. Let's see this. This is not the moves. Of course not. H5. Bishop here, queen here, bishop here, queen there, and bishop. Bishop there. Bishop goes all the way back. Now in that position. Bishop goes here and rook goes there. So let's see how Komodo finishes off the game. The exchange up. Rook here. Threatening rook takes rook, so rook e6 probably. Rook takes, pawn takes. And queen here threatening the pawn. Queen there. Bishop here. Knight takes, pawn takes. Yeah, it's just the exchange up here. So we have some moves on the board. We have this move, and then rook takes and knight takes. Probably queen, bishop f3, bishop takes, rook takes. Now you have to defend the pawn. So knight here, queen here, and this pawn is gonna fall. So black is pretty lost there. So, but we don't have takes, we have the move f5. Now bishop takes, d takes, and g6. On a rook here, g3. This is too fast for me. Bishop here, g6, rook there, knight here, queen there we have. I should be lost now for black. So let's see both evaluations. Let's see both evaluations. +5, 1 and +4, so it should be lost for black. Mate in 29 is announced. Okay, not anymore. So maybe just here, here, knight there, queen there, threatening the pawn will be lost. A5, queen takes, I would take with the queen. Oh, we have a4 now. g5 desperate. Queen goes where? Queen to c6. No, probably queen there to exchange queens. And this is a lost endgame. We don't have this. We have that move. Pawn takes, queen takes, and queen here. Threatening to check here. Maybe this is a threat. Okay. Black resigned, Komodo won the game, and let's see how Komodo did it. We have the move, they exchange French with bishop to d6. Let's see the book. So here, this is the first move, c3. The first new move, c3. Okay, until here there were games. So here after c3 there are no games anymore. So let's put it away and let's watch the game. Here Komodo got some advantage, and here it was really nice to see that my idea with rook here, threatening knight to d7, bishop here. What about knight d7 now? Knight d7, you kind of have to take it, right? So taking it with the rook. Queen takes, threatening mate, so g6. Now there is no sacrifice, but you can just take, and play the rook there. What's wrong about that position? Maybe black can somehow survive this. Let's see why not knight to d7 was played. Let's ask Komodo this question. What is the reason why Komodo didn't play knight to d7? Because it looks pretty crushing to me. So let's ask him. Rook e3, king h2. Rook e3 he played, but what about knight to d7? Rook takes e1, okay. Rook takes e1, so king h2 first. Let's make a token move for black. Maybe it's now working. Knight e5, d7, yeah, knight d7, now it's working. Because if you take there, then knight takes f6 is crushing. King here, rook takes g7, knight here, double check, king g6. Yeah, this is a nice mate. Queen here, checkmate. No, it's not checkmate. You can take the knight. And now queen g5 is mate. So, okay, I'm not that stupid. I see this kind of stuff. Because I played so much chess. And if you take here, then it's also bad, because if queen takes f6, now the only move is g6, or bishop g6, let's go with g6. Now queen takes f5, okay, queen takes f5, so bishop here, but now you just take the rook, right? Yes, taking the rook, and play the rook there. takes f6, rook takes here, and you're up the exchange. Okay, so this knight to d7 is quite a crushing move, but rook e3 also is good. Queen here we have, rook to g5 attacking the bishop. The bishop moves to e5, and now knight e5 to d7. Yeah, finally we have this move. Finally, you take with the rook, bishop takes, and now g6. Because if you take with the queen, then yeah, finally we have this knight to d7. Rook takes, bishop takes, d6, rook goes back. Yeah, and now it's all over, because just the exchange up, and this is over. So thanks for watching, and see you next time. Ciao.